YouTube. This is the crypto space and welcome to my channel. This is your daily Bitcoin update, and right now we are waiting for Asia market to open after a pretty bearish week of Bitcoin volatility. But I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and analysis and breakdown of what is happening right now. And this is going to be a quick little update just so you can get, understand what I'm thinking right now and what I'm going to be looking at for this coming week. Before we start off, I would appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel since I post videos every day. If you're new and if you want to stay updated, feel free to hit the bell icon so you can keep up with my content. So let's jump straight into it. So starting off with the weekly, right now we are currently sitting in at 49,000, and this is our second red candle for the past week, and we look pretty bad right now. But let me just go over what is going on. So we as you can see, we had our 50 moving average on the daily chart, which was at 56,000, and we clearly lost that level of support. And we are currently up against the 100 moving average on the daily again, which we are sitting on top of right now. Taking a look at the daily, you can see we have also lost the 100 moving average, and we've had three bearish candlesticks. We had the first candlestick, which looked pretty bullish, which was a hammer candlestick, and we came back, lost that level, and we also did a swing. We also sweep the lows of that hammer candlestick. So if you can see, we are currently at the 100 moving average on the daily, and that has currently turned into support. So unless we close above this in the next 30 minutes, it's not going to be looking that great. But regardless, I'm going to give you the levels that I'm watching right now. So taking a look at just the current range, our last range high was 60k, with our range middle being around 55k. And we also have our range low at 45k. So in the past few videos, I told you that we are going through an ABC corrective wave, which started right at 65k, and ever since we lost the level of support, the 60k level, ever since we lost this, that was a clear break of market structure over there for me. And we came down and had a bounce on the 51k, which was our daily level of support. As you can see, we had a small bounce, went back to test the 55k, and we got rejected off of that level. Now we are in our C wave which is gonna, it depends on this candle or the next day or the next coming days. But I wouldn't say this is completely over till we either regain the daily level or we go and hit the 45k. So there are two scenarios that I'm seeing right now. Technically, since we are under the so last week I told you guys that we are in an ABC corrective wave, and ever since we lost this 60k level, I said that we could have a small bounce of the daily, get rejected either off of the weekly or this 60k level. But we failed to get past 55k and turn that into support. So that was clearly a huge resistance level for us. And now we are right now in our C wave. So and a quick update on that. Technically, since this candle closed past the A wave, our C wave is done. But since our daily level right now, our daily candlestick has not shown any signs of reversal as yet, we cannot definitively say that this C wave correction is over. So another key level that I'm watching right now is our 47k level, which I gave you last week as well. I told you that this was a on-chain high volume node, basically, that I showed you from the last video. You can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But this is another key level where a lot of Bitcoin was traded back here. So since that is in another high level, the bulls don't really want to give this level up real quick. As you can see, we had a on the 4-hour, if you look at it in a little bit of detail, we've had a huge bullish hammer candlestick over here, and we did break down from these lows, but we've had a swing failure. So what does this mean? This means, like, if you take a look at back here, that level is what we bounced off of. We broke down of these lows, we wicked down, and then we went back and bounced off of our old level of support, which basically means that since this is also 47,000, this was a swing failure pattern. Now, swing failure is actually a trend reversal sign, and if we do manage to close bullish like this and regain above 51k, I would say our corrective wave ends here. But basically, if we do not manage to close above the daily, I can easily see us going back down to 45k, since this is our next huge major level of support. So right now what I'm waiting for is these 26 minutes for Asia market to open. That's going to be our pre-market session for Asia, and then we're going to have a better understanding of what price is trying to do. Right now it looks pretty, it doesn't seem like it's made up its mind basically. But apart from this ABC corrective wave, I also think we could possibly be in a 3 drives pattern, which let me just go over that real quick. So we have a clear downtrend. If I clean up these charts, 55, 50, 51, there you go. So if I clean up these charts, you can see we have been in a clear downtrend with a technically this is a bull flag. So we are seeing a clear downtrend. Price has bounced off of these levels at the bottom and being rejected at the top of the range. Bounced off of here and potentially either being rejected or breaking out of. Right now we have to wait and watch, but this could be a 3 drive pattern. 3 drives pattern is one of the most that's like an ABC wave, except it's a bit step further, and it's also and another corrective wave, which is an extremely bullish pattern. So what does this mean? This means we've had our first drive, we've come back up, tested the range. Now we are having our second drive, we've come back up, potentially we are testing the range, and if price does not break out here, I can see another move to the downside very easily. So if we do wick below the 45k level, or potentially also our 42k, and if price does not bounce right here at 45k, which seems pretty it easily can go back down there, since that is our next range low. Price would either bounce here or at 42, and we can then break out of this level. So that could easily be another bullish pattern to be watching. Either we bounce here or at 45k. We could also bounce here right now like I just said. Like, there are 2 scenarios basically. I'm gonna try not to complicate it too much, but scenario A is our ABC wave, which right now is playing out. We've had an A wave, we've seen our B wave, and also we are seeing our C wave at this super important level that I've been talking to you about since last week. But if this level does fail to hold, I would say the C wave ends at 45k. And on the daily chart, if you look at it, it makes sense, because we also are extremely we are right now at 29.30 on the RSI. So another move to the downside towards 45 would definitely put us at oversold region on the RSI. And we haven't hit that level since March of last year. And if you remember where we were at in March of last year, we were literally at 3800. So if you've seen this huge move to the downside on the daily chart, and we are seeing a move to the downside on the RSI after 1 year after the huge COVID crash, which was a black swan event, that a bottom is pretty soon. Like the bears are definitely losing steam, and they cannot be shorting into all these support levels. If we do lose 47k, we can move to 45k. If we do lose 45, we have a extremely strong level of support at 42k. Now, unless there is, obviously Bitcoin is extremely volatile, and I'm not saying I can predict the future, but unless there is some extremely bearish news coming up this week, these levels are going to be our first line of defense is 45k, and our second line of defense is going to be 42k. Now, this ABC wave, technically right now, it would be over if our 51k level gets taken back as support. So what I mean by that is, I mean, if we go back up and if price does move back above 51k from here, so we see either a rejection, an A wave like that. So if price does move back, and this would mean our C wave closes right at 47,500. So a bounce to the upside from here and a bounce, a potential low, higher low and a higher high would mean that our C wave for this corrective wave is now done, and I can see us pushing back above towards the high of the range from here. So the high of the range would be 55k, which is basically our mid layer to the range, and the next level of resistance would be 60k, obviously. So we have 55 and 60k above this. So right now we're going to have to wait and watch and see what the Asian market tells us. And key levels of support I am watching right now, as you can see, is 47k and 45 and 42k. Also, apart from this, I want to be showing you some order flow data that I was looking at just a couple of hours ago, basically when we had this move to the downside. As you can see, we had a huge momentum move to the downside with a bullish hammer candlestick, and we had a small bounce here. So we saw basically what I want to show you is we are seeing a lot of shorts opening up at these lows. As you can see, if XO chart loads, as you can see, we've seen 85 new contracts open up, and this is only on Bybit. Bybit has the best order flow, that's why I watch it. But we had 85 new positions opening up with 66 million new shorts and only 20 million longs opening up. So what this means is everybody was basically shorting all the way from here to here into support. As you can see, we've had a lot of shorts opening up into support, 7 million, 12 million, and also, wow, we also had 12 million, 20 million shorts there, 27 million shorts there. So basically this was either a stop loss order, or this was, to me, it looks like new positions opening up, because we obviously saw 700 million volume with minus 88 delta, negative delta. And then on the next move up, we saw 50 million shorts close and another 50 million shorts close. So that means 100 million shorts just closed, and that is why we are seeing this price little bounce here. We can also confirm these shorts closing with, our open interest declining. So we are not seeing any new longs opening up right now. I suspect this is because everybody is waiting for Asia market to open to have a clear direction and in the change in market structure. That is why right now you can see the volume is pretty weak. There is basically nothing happening. There's only like 270 million volume in the pasta, which is not a lot. And yeah, I would say that once Asian market opens, we can see a better understanding of what is going on. But right now, my two potential scenarios are ABC wave potentially coming to an end at 47,000, or we could see another move to the downside at 45. And if it does close at 47,500, we can see an A wave from here. Basically, our next ABC, an A wave from here back into the daily with another higher high, a higher low, and we reclaim this daily as support. So the first touch obviously will be our, a resistance zone where we'll see a lot of shorts opening up most probably. But we can see another high put in and a higher low and a potential higher high. If this doesn't play out, I can see an on the short scale, basically on the 4-hour chart. I can see if we do lose this level, we could be going back down lower to the 45k. So those are my two scenarios right now. And the next 15 minutes are gonna be pretty important. I don't know why I'm posting this right now. It would be better if I posted this after Asian opens, but it's like 5 a.m. here and I need to get some sleep. And yeah, those are my thoughts right now for Bitcoin. I'll do an update later in the day. And hopefully you guys are looking at some altcoins and This dip has been a great opportunity to buy some alts, since obviously we are seeing a lot of alts bleeding right now. So I personally took up some positions today. Okay, so my bad. Apparently we have had market open and we are seeing a small bounce right now. But hopefully we can reclaim and fill this CME gap, because right now obviously we are seeing a reversal, a temporary, I don't know if it's temporary or not, but we're going to see, what the Asian market says. Right now it looks pretty bullish, so hopefully we can reclaim this 51k level especially. I mean, that would confirm our end of the ABC corrective wave that I've been talking about lately, since our A wave was at 51. A close, basically a daily close after that, means our ABC wave is now complete. But if we do go down further, that we would still have to continue this wave there, and wherever this unless and until we are proven wrong right now with a support resistance flip of the 51k level, I wouldn't say this ABC corrective wave is complete. But we're going to have to wait and see what market says right now, since trading has now opened for this week. We're going to have to watch. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked this type of content, feel free to give me a thumbs up. And I post videos on the daily. If you want to stay updated, feel free to give me a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all my videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.